The Yadkin River is by far the dirtiest river around. I mean, it can change in a blink of an eye. Turbidities today are actually running right around 10, 12, and they have been for the last couple of months. But we have seen that spike of 300, 500, 1,000, 1,200 turbidities come in. And so our guys have to be prepared for that all the time. That's why somebody's here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So the first point of contact is the river, and we have a turbidity probe at the river. From that point, once it comes into the sed basins, we add our coagulant, we go through the processes of coagulation and flocculation, and then into sedimentation. In most municipalities, they only read the turbidity at the end of the basin. We took it a step further. We said we want to see it at 25% of the basin and at 75% of the basin, and then at the end of the basin. We actually just went out to the basins and started pulling grab samples at the first catwalk, which was about 25% of the basin. And then we'd go out and grab it at the second catwalk, which was about 75%. And one of my operators just came to me and they said, you know, what if we could just see this online all the time? And I said, that's a really good idea. You know, I wonder if there's a technology out there to do that. And that's where Chemtrack come in, and they helped us out with that. I've had a good working relationship with Chemtrack, and their service is above everybody else. I mean, their service is here compared to everybody else. When I decided to go with the turbidimeters, it was a no-brainer for me because, I mean, we've been dealing with Chemtrack for almost 8 years now, and I have nothing but good luck out of it. So we can monitor turbidity on the SCADA system from each point within the process. This is your raw water into you, coming out of the river. This is what is coming in at the flash mixer. And then here's our sed basins. So sed basin 1 at 25%, so it drops from 7 to 1.5 after its first treatment process. On basin 2 is 1.06, and then at 75% of those two basins you've got a 0.3 and 0.259, and then we have what our combined settled at the end of the basin is, which is a 0.193. So we started from a 20, we dropped it to a 0.193, and then from there, after the filter, what each filter is producing, we have 2 filters, and then what the combined filter number is. We have to be reactive to whatever the environment's going to throw at us. When Mother Nature does decide to give us something, we have to be able to react to that. We have all of our instrumentation to make sure that we can see it from the time it hits to the time it leaves the plant, and how our process is responded to whatever the fluctuation in turbidity is.